Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Porta, the host of the eBlog Talk podcast and community. And I'm going to do another episode actually, this is not an episode, it's a YouTube video specific to YouTube. We're not putting this on the podcast. But the theme is what I learned this week. I just noticed that every week I come away with huge takeaways, and often I let them go and I don't explore them or talk about them. And I want to actually bring light to them. So this is my goal here, not only for myself, but hoping that you can take some things away from this as well. So we'll try to keep this as short as possible. This week was one of those weeks where I had multiple conversations that provided enlightening insights, both personally and professionally. And I would love to share those with you. I had 3 different moments that totally shifted how I'm thinking about YouTube, blogging in general, motivation, and even how I'm holding stress in my personal life. So today, I'm going to share what I learned this week and hope at least one of these lands exactly where you need it. The first one is regarding YouTube. So I had a podcast interview this week I recorded for a blog talk with Maria Lucey, Lucey, if you want to Google her. It was so enlightening. I am in the weeds in YouTube for my food blog, so it was really just value packed for me. I threw so many questions at her and she answered all of them plus some. So I just want to share a little bit about what we talked about. So to just kind of frame this, Maria started her YouTube channel 2 years ago and has already grown to 50,000 subscribers, which is so impressive. So I just knew that she clearly knows something that I don't know. So I picked her brain like crazy. That episode is coming soon. So stay tuned for that on eBlog Talk in the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, let's talk about what I pulled away from it. Okay, so some key takeaways were study what's already working. I don't know why I never think to do this. I never think to do this. Just looking around YouTube at other food creators and study what they're doing and what's working for them, and then do my own experiments and see what's working for me. Hello, right? Sometimes I just need someone to say things. I'm like, oh, right. Also, just always have a call to action, a CTA, in every single video. And it doesn't need to be, hey, follow me and subscribe or comment below. You can actually do a call to action that draws people to your email list. Mention a freebie at the beginning or the end or the middle of your video. And you can really grow your email list at the same time as you're growing your YouTube channel. I love how she was doing double duty with that, and she really made it work. And another thing she said that struck me, because I know this, but again, it was a good reminder, is a little controversy is okay. In fact, it's kind of good on YouTube. People like controversy as long as you're not digging into, really juicy, icky, controversial topics. Safe content doesn't really get watched. So add a little bit of controversy within your food videos and see what happens. She also mentioned, again, stuff I already know, but it's good to repeat. Consistency matters. Pick a cadence on YouTube, just like you do on your blog and anywhere else, and stick with it, whether it's once a week. I think once a week publishing long form video is kind of a standard. So do that or more, whatever you can sustain, and stick with it. Also, titles and thumbnails matter more than ever. Think of people who maybe search for something or see you in their home feed on YouTube and see your thumbnail. Is it calling to them? Is it clear what the video is about? Consider it from a user perspective and adjust from there. Also, titles really do matter. So it's just like when you're optimizing titles for SEO for Google, same thing on YouTube. What are people going to be searching for on whatever topic you're talking about within your video? Consider that. And retention is really important on all platforms right now, YouTube as well. So you want to aim for a retention rate of above 30%. Ideally, it's above 40%. That is a really good number, anything above 40%. If you're not getting that sort of retention rate, figure out where people are dropping off and why, and fix it, and improve from there. So that conversation with Maria set me up perfectly for another lesson that I learned this week, which is about SEO. And I just want to highlight this by saying we invited Ty Kilgore into our mastermind group for eBlog Talk this week. We do monthly guest expert sessions there, and he was our monthly expert. He came in to talk about SEO, and he didn't show up with the normal information that I think we just get inundated with over and over, like make sure your core web vitals are good, look on your backend, like technical, make sure you don't have any technical issues. Instead of that, he just talked so much about like kind of what's at the base of why people aren't reading your content on Google. So one of the stories that he told me that really struck a chord with me, you know how you can hear similar things over and over, but there's just one time when you hear it when it's like, oh, okay, I kind of get what you're saying now. So Ty was telling this story, a fake story, obviously, but let's say an HVAC guy comes to your door. He's here to fix your AC, and he introduces himself. Hey, I'm Tom. Just to let you know, I'm here to fix your HVAC. I just started. Today's my first day. I have never done this before, but fingers crossed, hopefully everything goes well. Can I come in? You're going to be like, whoa, Tom, I don't know. I don't trust you. You've never done this before. This doesn't feel right. It just wouldn't feel right. But what if Tom came to your door and he was like, hey, it's nice to meet you. My name's Tom. I've been doing this for 20 years. I have fixed 10,000 HVACs. I have got you today. We're going to get in and out as quickly as possible and get your everything working for you. I'm super confident. Let's do this. Totally different situation. So obviously you would let Tom number 2 into your house. And we need to think of this in terms of our blogs. When people come to your blog, are they assuming that you have little experience, that you don't have any credibility or confidence or authority? That's not what you want to convey, right? So you need to say right up front on every single blog post who you are, what you do, why you do it, what your authority is. Have you been a baker for 20 years? Do you have a successful YouTube channel? Do you have a New York Times bestselling cookbook? Even if you don't have any of those things, find the things that you do have and lean into them and let people know why you can be their guide. So kind of like the HVAC guy, why are you the best fit to come into someone's house and fix their HVAC, so to speak? So I'm going to go back to that one. So the top paragraph in your blog post really matters, and you have to convey that really quickly and succinctly. Your POV. So if you read your post and you're like, I don't know, this bread is moist. It uses bananas to make it moist, and I really enjoy the flavor and whatever. You're selling a recipe post that's already been sold to people, is kind of Ty's point. They're clicking over to your site because they're sold on this bread. You don't need to sell the bread. You need to sell you. Your credibility matters. So just thinking in that way. If you go to your competition and look at their sites, you will see that they're doing exactly this. Those people who get those top spots for any given keyword on Google, that's what they're doing. They're selling themselves very well. And by the way, Ty just reiterated what we all know. SEO is not dead. Also, I love that he said this because I've been doing this for years. Stop going into the Facebook groups unless you're coming out feeling motivated and inspired, because a lot of them are doom and gloom. They're talking about how things aren't working. This is not serving you. It will never serve you. it makes you feel like crap. So if it makes you feel like crap, just stop doing it. There are plenty of food bloggers who are getting great results from Google traffic still. That's reality. So kind of depends on your mindset. And then again, the way you position yourself in each blog post. Okay, I had another conversation. This was another podcast interview that I recorded, episode coming soon. This was with Liz from Flower to Liz. By the way, best name of a blog ever. I love that. Love that name. We talked about staying motivated when things feel slow or discouraging. Growth is coming slowly. Things don't seem to be working. She had so many good things to say, so definitely give that episode a listen when it comes. But I'll give you a few highlights because this really stuck with me this week. She talked about focusing on wins constantly because you already know this, but maybe you need the reminder. There are always wins in your life and in your business that you can acknowledge. Even if they're super small, they are there. If you're not in the habit of doing this, do it daily just to get into the habit of it, and weekly, and monthly and quarterly and yearly, etc. But carve out the time to do this so that you don't let it slip. And we didn't mention this in the interview, but this ties in so closely with one of my favorite all-time books that I talk about a lot on the podcast, and that is The Gap in the Gain by Dan Sullivan, which leans into that concept of measuring how far you've come, not how far you feel like you need to go. Also in this interview, we talked about data. I loved this point that she made, which was data doesn't lie. There are so many aspects of your business that probably have data that's has a positive spin or a positive result to show you. So look through all the data on all the platforms, anywhere that your business is, look through it and figure out what is actually working in your business right now. The data will tell you what is working. Last year, my data was whispering to me that YouTube wanted my attention. I saw something at the beginning of the year that just told me, people are watching your YouTube videos, Megan, and I hadn't contributed new content on that platform for years, 5 to 6 years. Yet people were still watching my videos. And that was a sign to me that I needed to tune in, listen, and revisit the platform. So I did. I've gone all in. I'm into YouTube big time right now, and it's paying off. Yes, it's paying off, but more importantly, I'm having fun again. I've found renewed passion in my business. So sometimes that data can lead you to something that is going to bring fun into your life again, especially if you're feeling discouraged. So I want to encourage you guys, find one piece of data today that's nudging you, lean into it, follow the nudge. It's one of my themes for the year, just listening to those nudges and following them because they're usually there for a reason. Okay, something else I wanted to share. This doesn't come from any conversation I had. This was more just something that came to me in the past week, about a week ago. So our family's just been going through nothing big or drastic or dire or crazy, but our oldest son, has been just shifting with his new phase in life, and he's had a few little challenges, so we've been helping him through those. Everything is great. He's doing awesome. But it's been kind of one of those situations where you want to control it as a parent so badly because you want your kids to feel good, but then you realize you're doing everything you can and you just have to back off. And it wasn't just with our son, but a couple situations popped up like this where I knew I was doing everything I could, but things weren't ideal for me. And I just had to kind of back up and look at it and say, I need to lay off of this and stop trying to control it, do what I can do, take the action that I know I need to take, but then stepping back. So I came up with this image in my mind where I took the situation. So in the example of my son, I took my mental image of the situation, turned it into like a little ball or something visual. And then I just imagined myself putting it in my hand, like the challenge or the issue was sitting in my hand. So it wasn't a part of me, it was just something I was holding. And I'm just looking at it. I'm not gripping it. I'm carrying it loosely. And those are the words I've been using. Carry it loosely. I'm not attached to the outcome. I observe, I accept it as it is. Like I said, I do what I can and take the actions I can, but I am not assuming that I can affect the outcome either way. And honestly, I'm not desiring any outcome. So I have taken that into areas of my business this week and just put it in my hand, and I release my grip on it, and I just observe it. And this might sound a little woo-woo, but it has worked. I have seen so many positive changes. My husband and I, it's kind of crazy actually. We've been looking back over the past week and all of the opportunities and really cool experiences and favor that has come our way is kind of mind-blowing. And it's just since I've been doing this, just releasing my grip on things that I cannot control and letting them play out and not having, not desiring any outcome. Yeah, I would describe it as honestly like magic. Magical things have happened in our lives. So I just want to say, if there's something in your business right now that you're feeling like you really want to control, maybe it's your Pinterest traffic is plummeting and you feel like you have got to figure this out and it has to change, preferably now, but for sure this quarter, it's just got to turn around. I want to give you permission to give it permission to recover or not. Yes, take action where you can, obviously, always, but trust that either way, you are going to be okay. And this might actually help you to pivot in some areas, shift your attention, shift your focus onto things that are fun and enlightening and that bring you joy and also maybe bring in revenue and other good things. Because I so strongly believe this. When you loosen your grip, space opens up and things change. We've seen it in the past week, you guys. It's so cool. It feels like you're tapping into some voodoo magic, but things start moving and unexpected awesome things will come in. Okay, that's all I had for you today. Those are the things I've learned this week. If this talk resonated, please let me know in the comments what lesson you took away from it, or tell me what you learned this week. I would love to hear that too. And if you like this conversation and you want more like it, make sure you subscribe and, do all the things, share, and continue tuning in. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead.